2016. Disappointment today for space enthusiasts. The launch of NASA's Orion rocket delayed, strong winds and problems with rocket valves. They will try again tomorrow. Now, the goal of the mission is to launch an unmanned test flight of a spacecraft capable of taking people, humans, to Mars. The first step towards a manned mission to Mars. Dave Brody is with us, science and technology writer for space.com. All right, Dave, welcome to the program.
Hey, Stuart.
How long before a human walks on Mars?
Oh, that's the $10 billion question, but perhaps sometime towards the end of the 2020s, by the most optimistic scenario, according to NASA. So, probably more like 2030, somewhere in there.
2030, that's not that far away. That's 15 years away.
Well, you've been
walking on Mars?
It is not, but there's no technological reason why we couldn't go in the much nearer term than that. Other than that, we've done space the way we did Apollo, which is, you know, a government-oriented program. And it may be that there are other approaches that could get us there sooner and perhaps a little less expensive.
Oh, sure.
That debate is happening now.
That's the obvious question. Why send people when you could send a robot much cheaper, safely, and quicker?
Yeah.
So why don't we send a robot? Why not?
We should, and we do, and for science that is exactly what we should do.
Are you at space.com opposed to humans flying off to Mars?
We're not, but we want a good reason to go there, and I think the reason to go there is to settle the solar system. You know, once upon a time, a bunch of Brits, shall we call them, colonized the United States.
Wait, you really think that we're going to mess up the planet Earth, so we need another place to live?
No, I think we're going to go to space so that we learn how to manage the planet Earth, but our population will increase, and inevitably we will expand to seed the stars.
You know, back in the 60s when President Kennedy said, we're going to the moon, it was a great challenge. We met that challenge, mainly because we wanted to beat the Russians to get there.
Yeah.
I don't sense the same enthusiasm for populating the universe the way you've just described it.
Well, there was that little...
There isn't, is there?
There was that little Interstellar movie, and before that, that little Gravity movie, and right now you're seeing a generation growing up who have never known a time when there weren't people in space. So I think there is a built-in enthusiasm about this stuff, and once it becomes more practical to do, yes, I think
I think you're talking your book there, lad. I really do. I mean, come on. I don't think there's that overwhelming sense of, gee, walking on Mars, gotta do it.
Well, I will agree that there is not the overwhelming sense of we need to beat somebody to some place. But a space program should not be based on that, because that guarantees that once you get there, you have nothing else to do.
By the way, who's paying for this? Is it NASA?
It's all of us. So, we the people are paying for this particular project.
This is taxpayer funded, this Orion mission to Mars.
Orion and the launch vehicle that will be stacked beneath it. You didn't see it go today, and tomorrow you will see it launch on a Delta rocket, which is a rocket that is used to launch national reconnaissance satellites. But NASA's plan is to build a space launch system. It's their plan because the Congress of the United States said, you shall build this rocket, and you will build it in these congressional districts, taking advantage of the production lines of the shuttle.
Okay, well, I've got 20 seconds left. Yeah. Would you like to go and repopulate or populate the universe?
Hey, I'm all about populating.
Would you?
Absolutely.
You would?
Yeah, myself and my children, we would love to go.
You would dream of populating a planet other than Earth?
Doesn't need to be a planet. It could be a free-floating space settlement in near-Earth orbit with a gorgeous view. And,
you'd do that?
Yeah, I would do that. I'd like to be able to come home, though, which means you need to lower the price to get to orbit so that you can go there and back. Like airline travel, it really should be that prosaic, that simple. Maybe
your and my grandchildren will get there. Maybe. Dave Brody, that was fun. Thanks for joining us. We wish you well on your trip. All right, Jim Craig.